2. Welcome back, babes. I'm Zoe, the host of Self-Worth Club. I am, oh my gosh, so happy to be here, be back for season 2. I know season 1 was like forever long. There was not a clear drop off. It was literally like 30 episodes. And it's been a while, right? It's been a long time since my last episode, but so much has happened. I have so much to catch you up on. And it just feels so good to be back in your ears, sharing the vibes, diving deep into things that truly light us up, and being able to spread all the good energy to you. So, like I said, so much has been happening over here. If you're a longtime listener, you might already know, but for my new babes, I am over 6 months pregnant right now. Yeah, 6 months in. A whole new chapter unfolding in my life, and it has brought along so much craziness with the joy, of course, but that's just one of the reasons why there has been a gap in the podcast. It's always been at the forefront of my mind, though, and I just absolutely love getting to come on here and drop these like nuggets for you, just help you learn and grow into the person you've always wanted to be and who's really already you, but just kind of uncover her. So lately I have had to find and really gotten to find the joy, I guess is a better way to say it, in the magic of little moments. And so I knew that this would be a great first episode of season 2. And we're going to dive right in. It really has transformed my day-to-day and been such a source of peace and harmony amidst all of this change. And I know a lot of you probably can't relate to what I'm currently going through, but I know you can relate to change. It is constant in our lives, right? Always ebbs and flows. And so finding the magic in little moments is so necessary in keeping that joy in our lives. So first, like I said, the gap. I've been prepping, I've been planning, I have been going through all of the crazy changes and symptoms that go along with it, and just really being intentional and simplifying things in my life. And the podcast was always something I wanted to do long term, but I was just trying to navigate how it was going to fit in, right? And what I wanted to talk about next and where I wanted to take it, and reworking my vision and everything between this gap as well, which has been so great and so needed. I think constantly all of us need to be reevaluating our visions, what we want for the future, what's important, where we see ourselves going, so we can keep taking the necessary steps to get there and not get too caught up in the little things or too caught up in a vision you had 5 years ago. Because like I said before, change is constant, and so it's really important that we're always evaluating. So here's a reminder, if you haven't lately, it's the end of the year, reevaluate what's going on so you can make a plan to make it happen. And all right, let's get into it. So question for you first. Have you ever caught yourself just absolutely racing through the day? You look down and you're like, how is it 6 o'clock? Literally what? And it seems to happen over and over and over again. You're always planning, always thinking, always doing something. Or maybe you've had days where it feels like everything is on autopilot. I feel like that's part of it. You get up, you get dressed, you check your emails, you scroll through socials, you eat the same lunch, and before you know it, the day is gone. Like I said, how the heck is it 6 o'clock? And you're left wondering, how did this happen? I still have all these things I want to do, or not do. I just wanted to relax, and I didn't get to do that, right? Trust me, I know this feeling all too well. With so many things changing in my world, I have found myself really craving that slow, intentional time more than ever, and that's where the idea of magic micro moments came in for this episode. So what are micro moments exactly? They are small, seemingly ordinary moments in our everyday lives, and if we pay attention to them, they can just be magical. They are the moments that, like, when we pause, we really, like, take that extra breath, right? We take in the beauty that's all around us. We take that extra second to savor our morning coffee or to wave at a stranger on a walk. These tiny moments really are the secret to living a more joyful and fulfilling life without needing some huge event to shift our perspective, right? Like, it's just too easy to get caught up. But there are so many of these moments happening in your everyday life that you are maybe overlooking right now. And so I just want to be that reminder for you to look for more of these moments, right? Like eating breakfast and watching my dogs like play with each other as me and Noah, my husband, are sitting on the couch. Like I look over and like he's smiling so big and I'm smiling so big just watching them, and like that's a little micro moment. That's just like, it brought us so much joy to be watching them play and see like how they've evolved together. And it's like something that's so regular, right? It happens all the time. They play like that every single day, but like stopping and noticing it is everything. So think about it, like what pops up for you, like what maybe, do you let just kind of pass by and be part of your everyday life, but like you could choose to pause and look at it and notice like how great it is that that's happening in your life. It can be really simple. It can be watching a rainstorm outside. It can be feeling the sun on your face during a walk. Anything like that. So how do you cultivate more of these magical micro moments? I'm going to give you a few ways to get started on this. And as you know, that's what this podcast is, right? If this is the first episode you're listening to, I love to give you bursts of things you can do to improve your life, very actionable tips. I don't want to take up like a ton of your time. I want you to walk away feeling good, feeling inspired, thinking about something, reflecting on the talk that we've had, and having those like little things you can actually apply. I don't want you thinking back after an hour-long episode like some of these podcasts are and be like, wait, what did she say? Like, or you're just in such a daze because you listened for so long that you weren't even actually listening, right? I feel like we've all been there. But anyway, the first thing is practice presence. So you start here by becoming more mindful of where you are right now. Feel where you're sitting or where you're walking right now, like your environment. Look around. Notice the way you're breathing. Really pay attention to that. Pay attention to the words I'm saying and be in this moment. Try not to let your mind wander to what is next on your to-do list or like rehash some conversation you had a few days ago or this morning or whatever it is. Like, focus on being mindful and bringing yourself constantly back into the now. They probably already happened during this 7 minutes or something that I've been talking. Like, your mind wandered, you thought about something else, you maybe like had a few words with someone like that was near you in the room, and like that's fine, but like be intentional, right? Focus on being intentional more often and you will find more of these little moments that I've been talking about. Number 2 is finding beauty in the ordinary. So like I was saying, it's ordinary to watch my dogs play and to see them play, but like actually stopping and noticing and like just being part of that joy and that playfulness is everything. Admiring the way that your latte looks, feeling the softness of your favorite sweatshirt this fall, listening to the rain tapping on your window, like all of those things go unnoticed so easily, but can make you just so much more grateful for your life, which brings you overall so much more joy. Number 3 is set an intention each day. So This can be really big, just starting each morning with a simple intention to notice and savor, let's say, at least 3 of these micro moments throughout your day. And you can do this at any time, right? Like you're starting your morning, you're brushing your teeth, and you're thinking about this maybe. And it can also be something you note down, like journaling what you're grateful for. That is really huge in presence and mindfulness and cultivating more joy and happiness in your life. Number 4 is celebrating small wins. So big achievements are great, right? But too often we're focused on only that, and we don't celebrate all the little milestones along the way. Making your bed in the morning, like drinking a gallon of water throughout your day, taking a walk, like keeping up with your routine that you've just created for yourself, getting the top 3 things checked off your to-do list. Like those are amazing. And the little actions are what build up to those big achievements. And so focusing on celebrating small things in your life is another part of finding those micro moments in general. And the 5th tip I have for this last one is gratitude practice. So I kind of mentioned this a little bit in tip 3, but it's a game changer, seriously. Every night, just take a second and like even say it out loud while you're in the shower, or like write it in a phone note, or send it to a friend. Go back and forth and what you're grateful for each night. Write it on a sticky note, journaling notepad you have, like wherever you want, right? None of this stuff has to be rigid. Like no growth tip should be rigid. It should be molded into what works for you. It shouldn't feel hard, and you shouldn't have all this resistance to it. These are things that are supposed to improve your life, not make them more stressful, right? So take a moment to say it out loud, jot it down, whatever. A few micro moments from each day that brought you joy, brought you peace, like anything like that. This is a really small habit, but it can make a massive difference in the way that you feel about your life and the way that you look at your life. The more you pay attention to these micro moments, the more you really realize that joy isn't something that's elusive. It's not something that, you have like great days when you have all this stuff planned, like it's that weekend's finally come and like, you can enjoy yourself. Like you can be happy, you can find joy and harmony in every single day. It's not something you have to chase. It's right there in front of you, waiting for you to see it. The tiny details that you overlook every single day while you're busy planning for next steps and thinking about what happened 2 hours ago, like that's what you're missing in having and cultivating this present, fulfilling life that you're looking for. And that's a wrap. Short and sweet, like I said. I really hope that you're feeling inspired to start to notice the magic in your everyday life. Season 2 is officially underway with this, and I could not be more excited to keep sharing my journey with you. I really hope that if this episode resonated with you, you could share it on social media. I'm just using my regular one, so if you listen to one of the old podcasts I've shared, the old Instagram I have, I'm just using Zoe Borntrager to share all of this. But you could also, would be really cool, is we could start a thing where you share micro moments. So, you tag me in a picture of your coffee or your dog's playing or the walk you're taking or the rain, and we share these micro moments with each other and kind of start like a little movement, maybe, a whole vibe around this, and inspire other people to share and find the little magic micro moments in their own day. I would absolutely love that. And I'm going to give you one more PS. I started a new segment last season on the podcast called Self-Worth Support Line. So just a reminder, you can submit your situations to me, whatever's going on in your life that you're looking for coaching advice on, and I will read them anonymously on a podcast episode and give you my advice, give you tangible action steps, answer questions that you left, and really just do my best to coach you through it. And you can send those to yourcoachzoe@gmail.com. I'll leave it in the show notes for you. But thank you so much for tuning back in to Self-Worth Club. I am so glad that you're here now, or that you've stuck with me. And I just want you to remember that life is full of magic if you know where to look. I'll see you next week. Bye.